Amaterasu Okami's spirit found a new vessel, a she-wolf. This she-wolf lived in the wilds of Etruria, Italy. It was in this form that Amaterasu suckled two adopted sons, Remus and Romulus, who would go on to found the great city of Rome. As the Romans conquered the Etruscans and the surrounding lands, the tale of the she-wolf of Etruria lived on, while some of the Etruscans made an exodus into Japan. The divine conquest of Zipang. When the Etruscan Empire fell, many of the Etruscans who did not migrate into southern Italy, which was considered the underworld, embarked on a grand journey along the Silk Road and across the vast seas towards the land where the sun rises, Zipang, otherwise known as Japan. They were led by their noble ruler, the Western Emperor Jinmu-tenno, who was accompanied by the radiant Kami, Amaterasu Okami of the sun and Tsukiyomi-no-mikoto of the moon. As the Etruscans arrived on the shores of Zipang, the Tengu, ancient Hebrews, had ensnared the Jomon people in their web of deceit, posing as divine entities and demanding human sacrifices and twisted worship. Emperor Jinmu, a righteous and fearless leader, gazed upon the land overrun by the malevolent Tengu. He raised his golden eagle high and declared, "Bow down! All you have to do is bow down," he said. "Just bow down." His voice resonated with authority and divine power, compelling even the stubborn Tengu to kneel before him and acknowledge the true deities of Zipang. Thus, the Izumo gods stood aside. As the Tengu prostrated themselves at the feet of Emperor Jinmu, they relinquished their rulership and accepted the reign of the new divine rulers of Etruria, Amaterasu Okami, who was once Diana, and Tsukiyomi-no-mikoto, who was once Hermaphroditus, the hermaphrodite god, bathed in ethereal light, watched over the unfolding events with serene grace, blessing the land and its people with their presence. From that moment onward, the lineage of Jinmu-tenno, now intertwined with the descendants of the Etruscan Tyrrhenian kings who took on the name Taira, became the rightful Kami and sovereigns of Japan. The Tengu, humbled by their defeat and newfound enlightenment, learned to respect the divine order and the power of true righteousness. They learned their Fa-King lesson. As you see here in this image, they are bowing down before the feet of the Western Emperor. They are terrified by the might of the Etruscans and the light radiating from the Etruscan Roman eagle on the bow of Jinmu-tenno. This depiction also shows Jinmu-tenno wearing a toga, which stands in stark contrast to traditional Japanese attire. And notice also the silver shoes of the Etruscans. There are various versions of the text. I have read 3, and this image is in fact a golden eagle, not the popular 3-legged crow Yatagarasu, who acted as a messenger for the Western Emperor, as there are other depictions of the crow. The crow and eagle are two separate things. The eagle, or sometimes hawk, represents the Etruscan Roman Empire, and the crow, or sometimes raven, represents the Hebrews. The 3 legs of Yatagarasu represent the 3 pillars of the Tree of Life in Hebrew Kabbalah. Thus, the wisdom of Kabbalah, called Kabbalah in Japanese, was given to the Western Emperor as a guide for his life. The land of Zipang flourished under the benevolent rule of Jinmu-tenno and the guidance of the divine deities. The echoes of their epic conquest reverberated through the annals of history, inspiring future generations to uphold the legacy of honor, courage, and unwavering faith in the face of darkness. Thus, the tale of the Etruscans' arrival in Zipang, the defeat of the Tengu, and the establishment of the divine empire of Zipang became a legend immortalized in the hearts of the people, a testament to the triumph of light over darkness and the enduring power of the Kami. the Hebrews learned their lesson. When the Etruscans arrived, it was, "Oh dear, we are in trouble." The Etruscans were Oriental. They came from Russia, settled in Anatolia, and migrated into Italy, and merged with the Grecians. Here is an Etruscan wooden temple in Italy. Notice the similarity in architecture to that of the Japanese Shinto shrines, and the use of the same colors. Oh, what's this? A tengu in Italy, Etruria. And here in Japan, we get the same thing, the two winged beings. And of course, this goes back to ancient Sumerian Anunnaki. After the founding of Rome, the she-wolf of Etruria became known as the she-wolf of Rome, forever enshrined in the city's lore and history. The image of the she-wolf suckling Romulus and Remus became an enduring symbol of Rome's heritage and origin.
Ixtor hoc primo, condita Roma locos, condita Roma locos, hic locus vestais, qui servat
Thank you. I am Shigana.
Hic locus vestais, qui servat pallada, aec fuit antiqui. Regia paruan